God, the wind's blowing like crazy. Friggin' Link, where have you gone? I hate YouTube. Come on, where are you? Alright, Alright, I suppose I'll just shut some tabs down really. I need to put my camera up. Okay. Well, anyway, so what am I doing? Well, I was cutting this old Nico bar. Hang on, take it off the table a minute. And I've got a bit of twist in this thing, a bit of side movement on it, and I don't like that. It's just, yeah. And if I'm not careful, I was holding it while I was cutting it as well, but shouldn't have to do that. So I decided, well, I printed these out, I call them shuttles. I designed this cutting table about, a year or two back, so I can just put my workpiece in, and magnets push it along. Basically, I've got magnets on here, look. And the magnets pull this little shuttle along, put even pressure, and enables me to cut through my ferrites and all Nicos or whatever automatically. And I've got magnets in the bottom of here, and this just holds the turntable, locks it in place. Can't move because the magnets hold it in one place. But yeah, I was having some issues with the shuttle, so I printed these new shuttles out, which I'm just cleaning one of them up at the moment, and all I've basically got to do is clean up the hole for the magnets, and there's another hole, and swap the shuttle over, because this shuttle should be a lot tighter. Right, and I've got a 5mm, no, is it 5mm? I can't remember now. I've got a drill, clean this hole out. Yeah. Oops, I don't want to go too far through. Anyway, basically you get the idea. So, yeah, I don't want my magnets to fly all the way through the middle, but it doesn't matter. I need to clean the hole out anyway. Actually, it doesn't matter if that hole's cleared all the way through, because I've got a liner that goes in there. The liner, clean this other end out as well, I think. The liner basically is the part that I swap out when I put different workpieces in. This is a new design. Camera's a bit low actually. This is a new design I did because I needed something to clamp my workpieces sometimes, so what I did was I put a little hole in the top there, put a screw to tighten up and clamp the workpiece inside. Because the new shuttles, the improvement, I drilled a hole and put a screw in there, tighten it up, and it clamps the workpiece in place and makes it so it doesn't move about. And this little liner goes in, like so, and my Alnico goes in there. I've got a little piece cut off actually, let's see. So the Alnico piece that I'm going to cut basically goes in this liner. Which way around is it? That's the right way. So it basically goes in the liner. It's a snug fit, a very snug fit. That's the whole point, stop it from slopping about. Goes inside the liner, and then the liner goes inside the shuttle, the part that moves. This is really tight, actually. That wants to be tight though. Damn it, that's a bit too tight. When it's a bit too tight, you kind of I kind of got to use the file. It's a bit too tight, that. So, where's my file now? So, where's all my flipping files? I've got a load of them out. I want the triangle one. There's a round one there. So that's 1, 2. Yeah, I just want to make sure I haven't lost any. So, I saw a bit, but what did it die on me? Right, so yeah, the liner's tight because still got a bit of crap in here as well. Well, it wouldn't be a normal day for me if I streamed and people had any problems, because I think the quality is probably crap. So I haven't got much bandwidth right now. So that goes in like that. That's better. There's something stopping it going all the way in. Oh, I see what it is. There's a bit of something at this end. Let's see if it goes in now. I'm using this test piece for now because I just want to, before I put this together, I was cutting that whole Nikon, I don't want it cockeyed, so still something stopping it. Oh, damn it. I broke the little thing off the end. Don't matter, like, but that's a little extra bit. I'll have to stick it back on with some acetone or something. Yeah, that's another thing. Another thing I love about ABS is you can just stick it back together again. So there is some. Should. There it goes through now. Alright, I'll take it out because my fingers are stuck now. I just wanted to make sure it was. I'll let this dry a bit. I guess I'm not that interested. But there's nothing else going on right now. I wonder if Magnetron is watching. Let's see. Oh, right, nobody's watching. Said nobody's watching. Right, okay, I'm talking to myself. No problem. Right, so I'm just trimming this up. I've got to clear the hole out for just the tightening screw thingy. I've got to clean this up a bit. Because I'm printing at 0.2mm resolution, the ABS plastic doesn't bond so well together because there's less heat on each run round. Because each run round, like a glue gun, if you're squirting a small amount, there's less heat mass in that filament that's coming out, so it doesn't melt as much. I really need higher temperature, but the trouble is I'm already at the max. I'm at 259 more or less Celsius, and I don't know if that lining material will take a lot extra heat, because I think it's that what do we call it? What do we call it now? It's like that pumice tape stuff, you know, that white stuff. There's that sleeve that goes down. I might melt that if I go too high. Inside the extruder tube thingy, I think going a bit higher than 260 is a bit of a risk. Right, so the liner goes inside there. This should dry. I've stuck that piece back on, and this is the shuttle that holds the workpiece. This shuttle on here, and something like that. It's a snug fit. I'm not going to put it in yet though, because I wanted to make sure that I've got this filed properly. It says one person watching, that must be me, I don't know. So just a little bit of smooth out, because this is a runner, this little groove, it's a runner thing. This slide bar, this metal bar runs on there. Actually it's on this side. This runs on against the plastic on this side, and the rubber bar runs on the back. It presses this up against there so there's no slop. I don't want to fire this too much, I just want to check some of the roughness off it. Okay, where's my drill gone? It's over there. Oh, actually it's a 2mm drill, isn't it? I can use that one. I'll clean it out with this little one first. And now I'll get the 2mm drill bit and then I'll clean that out. It's just the hole's already there, it just wants the support material removing. There we go. Right, I've got the hole cleared out because it had a whole bunch of support material in it. So I made a new one because the other one there was a little bit of give on it and I wasn't happy with it. This should be, if I take the magnet, I'll just take these magnets out of the way a minute. Now, when I take this bar out, this whole lock should lift out, but actually I need to lift this table up first. This whole lock should come out, and I've already cut stuff off of this Alnico, which is probably a good thing because it means I've got a guideline for when I put it back in. I've got a marker point. I need some sticky tape because there's a lot of crap on there. This. Because of the magnets, it's difficult to clean it off without sticky tape. Right. Now, I'll have to loosen this screw and take it out. There we go, coming out. Take that bar out. So that's the piece I started to cut. The shuttle should come out easily now. There's a shuttle. Got a magnet on it. And this is the other shuttle, the new one. I'm going to use this one because it should be exactly the same size. It should be a bit tighter when it's done because this one had a bit of wobble on it. I wasn't happy about it. Before I put any magnets in though, I just want to check it for fit. It's a bit tight. Yeah, it's a bit too tight now. It wants it needs a bit of filing, which is what I expected. Oops. I think I'll be better with a flat file. This triangle file is a little bit narrow. This one's perfect for this glue as well. I have to file it until my file drops in it, because it's literally the exact same width as the file. Right, let's see how this fits. Almost there. Ooh, we're there. Look, it's working up. It's very snug. That is perfect. There's no twisting that at all. That is brilliant. There's no movement. When I jiggle it left and right, that is how it should be. Getting it out is a problem now. It's so snug. Got you. Right. That is brilliant. You see, the other one had a little bit of slop in it now. It was a little bit too tight though, so I'm just going to gently... go around. And I need a little slight edge, I need to break the edges a little bit. So it's making it hard to get out. I got my tolerances really accurate on the printer. I mean, I've hardly done any filing on this at all. I'm going to transplant the magnets across as well in a minute. That is better. Now this bar goes in and it locks that in place. Okay, yeah, right. Sorry, I'm full of cold still. Sorry about sniffing. I had a power glitch over here as well, Shubers. I don't know if you're watching. So yeah, I recycle all these bits of plastic. I melt it down in my ABS and neck glue, so I try to be environmentally friendly. Melt it all down, and I use it as glue. And this is what's in my syringe: is ABS plastic melted down. It's really handy for mending things. I've got different colours: green, black, blue. You know. Alright, so where's the one I took out? I've lost it now. Where the heck did I put it? Is it under here? Oh, there it is. Okay, so what I have to do now is I have to take the magnets out of this one, because there was a little bit, this was slack, you see, so I had to try to improvise, and I took a bit of ABS plastic on the back of there because it was filed down too much, and the shuttle was wobbling about, you see. Well, this one's a lot better fit, the new one. So I've got to stick this liner in now. Goes that way around. Let's see. Decides about the liner. That's flush with that, so that's good. So what I actually do is I get my glue that I made, this stuff, can't get the blooming wire out of the end. Ow! God, that's sharp. Stuck myself with something. And I'll just cover the outside of this little liner thing with my glue, my ABS plastic glue. I used to use some rubber to get the noise down, but I'm really not that bothered about that at the moment. And now all I have to do is stick this in here and that'll set pretty quick, and make sure it's dead straight. The way to do that is to push it out a bit so that it's proud on one side, and get my steel ruler and then use one edge to push it up. And as it's setting, it will be still malleable, and once it starts to set, so that it's, you see, by doing it this way with the liner, I have perfectly smooth surfaces inside because I printed that vertically, whereas I printed this on its side, so it's a bit rough on the inside, and it would have taken a lot of cleaning up. So I'm using a liner that basically keeps it nice and tight, snug fit and everything, perfect sizes, so that when I put my piece in, there won't be any jiggle side to side, you see. It's got to be kept rigid, otherwise when it's cutting, it'll press it and twist the workpiece, and everything would end up kind of a little cockeyed. So that's there, and because it's inside this other ABS, and I'm going to use a little bit of acetone on here just to make this a bit stronger. I don't have too much. It just bonds the fibres a little bit, strengthens them up a bit. Right, that'll dry quick. I printed it, it's like pretty solid anyway. It was printed at about 40%, so Just using a little bit of acetone just to meld the fibres on the outside, just to strengthen it a little bit, because it can split upon if you're not careful. Right, I'll stick that on there, let it dry. Won't take long. I didn't soak it too much. And I'll just transplant my magnets across. Actually, I don't have to transplant the magnets across. I've got some more. I can take them out a bit later, just in case that something goes wrong with that one. I've got some more anyway. Because the magnets are what propel it along the shuttle, you see. And that's pulling, so this side needs to be because the acetone, it's in there already, look. Now, and this side's pushing, so that is pushing, so I've got to put 2 in there. There we go, I've got magnets in there now. So this should propel itself along. And we'll test that. It's drying already. Oh look, almost there. It's working now. It's starting to work. It just wants to ease off a bit. When I put the extra magnets on this end, it should work better now. Or we can have them pull in. Let's put this bar across. We need a few magnets at the other end. Let's see. Yeah, more force. May the force be with you. That's got a lot of pull. Once it gets to a certain point, it really moves really hard. I want it to start off gently anyway. It kind of starts off gently. Cut it off. Come out. Right, there's a magnet stuck on there. Where's that come from? Must have been on the other end. So yeah, I'm just going to let this dry, this new shuttle, and then I'm in business. Picked up a bit of crap off there already. Iron filings and stuff. Actually I want a bit more acetone on here because this is very solid. Right, that, and I'll let it dry. So, nobody's watching right now. Oh. No worries. Right, so this, when I put this back in, I can get this nice and straight. Put my cutting bar in now. The piece I'm cutting, I mean. Nice and straight. Oh, this is much better. There is a bit of slop still. No. It's alright though, because I can check up that slack by. You see, the plastic stuff, the ABS putty stuff, the plastic stuff I make, it won't stick to Alnico, but it'll make a nice good seal around it. So what I can do is squirt a little bit in between there, and when it dries, it will get rid of any wiggle room. So what I'll do is I'll just push that out further. Because there seems to be a bit of wiggle room on there. Alright. Oh, I lost my tissue paper. Where's that gone? I have to go and get some more. Oops. Oh. Yeah, I've used up quite a bit of that today, so. I'm just cleaning the needles, messy. Right. I'm trying to fill this wiggle room up, but there's a gap. I've got a bit too much coming out this end, but I'll wipe it off. Another reason I wanted to do this again is like the new shutters, because as I said there was some issues with it wobbling about. The whole thing was a bit wobbly. That's better. I'll fill that gap, so I've just got to let that dry, and I'll be able to push that on nickel out. I've got about another 3 of these 3 bars like this, so I'm going to be reusing this. Oh, hi there. Right, so when I put this back in, oops, magnets. I should. I'll get this lined up so that it's set straight. It looks straight already actually, which is good. So my shawl, how's it? Well, right, my shawl has got no wiggle this way now. When I do that, it's a lot better. I've just got to put the screw in there, and it slides well. So I'm going to put the screw in anyway. So I'm going to just take the screw out of the old one, which is this one. I don't want to tighten it too much in the new pink one because I've got a bit of acetone on it and it's soft, so it needs to set. Oh yeah, that's the reason. I'll tell you why I had to replace it. I couldn't remember exactly why, but this one got split, right? There was a crack, right, between there and this corner and this magnet. I don't know if you can see that, but there's actually right in that corner there's a crack. I don't know if you can see it. Where that magnet is, there's a crack. So what was happening was, when I was tightening the screw up, it was pressing down on the workpiece, and the bottom end was moving away, so it was causing it to jam on me. It was locking up on me inside the, it wouldn't move, the shuttle kept getting stuck, so I couldn't use the screw properly. Well, this new pink one should be a lot better. It took about an hour or so to print another one out. Oh, this is going to grip better, I feel already. Let's check, make sure it's not too... Is it straight? Well, I'll tell you what, it's a lot better than the other one. I've got to line this cut up now, because actually it isn't dry yet, so I can't really line it up yet. There's a lot less side room on it, which is what I wanted. Can't really see it. Yeah, I've got to let that dry, otherwise if I try to move it while it's still soft, it's going to displace it all, you know what I mean? Oh, look at my hands. Got this black crap off the bottom of here. I'll use some isopropyl alcohol, I think. It won't melt the ABS. I wish I'd got this lined up, so I'm so impatient. Yeah. Right. I'll just plonk it on there for now. What's stopping it? Something in the way. What's in the way? Oh, this isn't going down. Why? Oh, I see. I've got some crud in the bottom of here when it's lifting out. Right. Should work better now. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it goes down properly now. So I don't know if Hyde's watching or someone watching or what, but yeah. But yeah, I'm waiting for this to set because as I say, I was going to put some more old Nico stuff. But you see, the way I've got this set up on my cutting tables, I can swap tables over quickly now. So hang on, I'll show you what I mean. Let's say I'm cutting flat bar. This is set up for flat bar, this table, right? And let's say I want to cut some round bar. All I've got to do is take this table off, like so. Bring my other table across, put that one down, and I can cut round bar. This is my other table, so I can swap them around that quickly. Off, on. So I can literally just swap them over and whenever I want. To do a different job. So I can have more than one table set up. I can have one set for round bar. I could have another table set up for ferrite. I could make another third table just for cutting ferrite. So because they're different fitting. The holders are slightly wider, and because this is wider than that. Or I've got one adjustment screw to tighten and clamp the workpiece down. I can clamp most things down with that. But if there's an unusual size, or something's round, and it uses a different kind of shuttle altogether, because that shuttle is different to the other shuttle. The other shuttle is much different. Completely different to this one. The height's different as well. I had to raise the thing quite a bit to accommodate 8mm round bar, and this is only like 2-3mm thick flat bar, and it's wide that way. So I can just swap them over when I'm ready, Anyway, I've got to let this dry because, as I say, I put some ABS stuff on there, and I don't want to stress it out while it's dry, hardening, and I've just moved it then, damn it, what have I done? It was stuck. Yeah, once it hardens, I can slide this bar about then, but at the moment I can't slide it. It won't stick to all Nico. No chance of it, this ABS sticking to it because it's so hard and slippery. I can leave my magnets on there, I suppose. Yeah, see that how it jumped when the shuttle was there, look. Put the magnets on the end. Oh, I should have. Actually, it wasn't close enough. I have to put magnets at the front as well. But if you watch me, put the magnets on the end. It pulls it along. Because I push magnets on this side to push it as well. But yeah, and the vibration also assists in making it trundle along a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to leave that on the floor until it's dry. I'm not in a rush to cut this anyway. It's kind of late at night. Oh, what's that? Something fell. Oh yeah, I got the other things printed out. I'll get this and show you what I mean. This is a small one I'm doing, and this is the big one I'm doing, right? Now, I have got all the parts made for the big one, except I haven't wound the coils yet. But if you look, I haven't put all the magnets in there yet, so I've got more magnets to go in this top one here. Ferrite cores at the top and the bottom. These are the bobbins. The bobbins have actually got two ferrite cores, ferrite toroids going through the middle as the core, and then there's the other set. Then there's another set of magnet concentrics there with the toroid core. And these toroid cores meet up with these toroid cores. They're perfect fit. They do fit perfectly together. You can actually hear them metallic click when they come together, so that they're meeting up. So I've got good close contact. These do as well. And when I put these on there, like that, then I put my actuator coils on the top, which the reason for cutting this all Nico stuff and ferrite stuff at the moment is to make a new bridge coil, actuator coil, which is what I'm doing. I'm going to be using all Nico, the mild stuff, and I'm also going to be trying some ferrites as well, like this stuff here, to link the two together. I've also got a new toroidal core, which I'm going to cut into 4 quarters to form the corners between there and the actuator coil. So I've got much thicker toroid core. I weighed this yesterday. I think it's 50 grams or something. It's a lot heavier than the previous toroid core for the corners, which was that diameter, very thin. So I'm going to have a much bigger gain on that. So that's the big one, and I can use the same. I could use the same actuator coil. I could just swap them over because these, in theory, should fit. These just won't. These little ones down here won't reach across, so I'm making longer bars. But they should be swappable between this one and this one. So if you look, the actual slots that between here and here, these are the same length, so I can actually use the actuator coils for both this one and that one. So I can literally just take them off and put them on here. There's only one problem though. I don't have enough magnets. So what I've done is I've put all of the magnets that I have available in this little one first. So I was going to test this little one first, because if you look, all of the concentrics are populated with magnets there now. So I was going to test this little one first, and unless I buy some more of these little magnets, they're only 5mm wide, because I don't have enough. Unless I buy some more, I'm going to have to check these out and put them in the bigger one and try on that one, but that's not a big deal, because I made it so that when I pop this out, there's holes on the back, and you can just use a screwdriver to pop them out easily and can just push them all out from the back. Well, you push the middle one out, the ones on the top and the bottom are easy to get out then. They just drop out, you know. So I made it so I can easily get things apart again, because I've had trouble in the past where I couldn't get things out, and I didn't want that happening again. These collars, at some point, they've got to be stuck to the bottom of the these collars are going to be stuck to the base of here to hold the bobbins in place, but I'm not sticking them yet because I've got to sand these down a bit more to bring that ferrite flush, because I've got about 0.5 millimetre of air gap between the ferrite and the actuators. I need to get rid of that 0.5 millimetre, so I'm going to just sand the backs of these down. They're all the same, so I'm just going to do that really. So we're getting there. Oops. I'm making slow progress. Because I've been crap with this cold, and I've not had enough energy to do anything. Put elastic band on, install it all together until I'm ready to do something with it. Well, I can't do much with it anyway until I get the ferrite stuff cut, because these actuator coils on this little one down here, I'll move the camera because these actuator coils down here, these things, they're too small. They're actually too small for this one, if you see what I mean. They're not long enough. They're not long enough, so I have to make new ones. If you can see that properly. But yeah, these little ones are just too small. They're not going to reach. So, and they also won't reach on the big ones either. So. Yeah, so that's where I am at the moment, and I think it's time for a cup of coffee, because I don't think I've got much else to do right now. Not tonight. I'm going to wash my hands. First, next step, wash your hands, because my hands are absolutely covered in grit and grime, and I'm going to pull these magnets out, this old one, and save them, because these are the magnets that I'm running out of, the little ones. The more of them I've got, the better really, and they shouldn't take long to, because this is split anyway. It's cracked. It's got a crack there, so. So it's not a lot of good with it. I could bond it with it, because it's ABS, I could melt it, but it's just full of crud. The gap is full of metal and dust, and well, it's difficult to stick something together when it's full of crud.
I'm looking at Scott's picture, that looks interesting. Just now. Yeah, I think
I'm going to kill the stream actually because I'm not doing much right now. I'm going to check out this thing about Scott. I'm always interested in what people's getting with power generation devices. Is it just a picture? Oh, there's no video. I'm not really sure. Out of coil, into coil. I'm dropping my kit. Oh. or Oh, I'm still live. Sorry, I forgot. Ta-ta for now. Sometimes I forget myself.